Good morning and get ready with me, girl talk edition. Okay, I have my ice water. If you guys follow my TikTok, you might know that I literally post get ready with me's like every single day. So I thought I would bring it over to my platform here on YouTube and I'll answer some girly questions and normal questions as well. I have them all planned out here and I'm also going to be doing my hair and makeup, so please enjoy. So I'm going to do my hair first and I'm just going to brush out my curls because I curled my hair the night before. And I'm also going to be using some dry shampoo. Not that my hair's too greasy, it's just to give it that extra bit of volume. And I'm also going to be using this heat protector. You must protect your hair, please, I actually beg. So today for my hair, I'm going to be doing some straightener curls and then I'm going to put them in rollers because I usually have straight hair, and then I thought maybe I'll switch it up a little bit. I've been curling my hair quite a lot and it's been so fun for me. And then once my hair's up in rollers, we're going to do makeup. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of girl talk first. So the first question is how to keep a healthy relationship. So I'm in a relationship that's almost like 6 months now, which is my longest relationship that I've ever been in, and I'm very happy because I would say we're in a really healthy relationship. I think the best way to keep a healthy relationship is like to maintain communication. Like lots of the ways my last relationships kind of failed was because like there was loads of secrets and turns out I was being played most of the time. So when they're like not really communicating with you, then you can kind of tell that it's fake and it's like not genuine. So when I say like having no secrets, I basically mean having no secrets in anything to do with relationships. So like oh, who you're texting on Snapchat, you know what I mean? Like those are where you shouldn't have secrets. Like you shouldn't be secretly texting anyone, because even though if it was like in a platonic or like a friendship way, it could still lead to arguments if you haven't fully communicated it out. And obviously if it's appeared like a secret, then they're more likely to like not trust you. I wouldn't say I have trust issues, but I do have, sometimes I find it hard to trust people, especially if they've hurt me before. So I feel like trusting each other, or like learning to trust each other, is really important as well. So the next question, obviously I'm not a therapist, so my answer might be completely different to what a therapist or someone else might say, but this is how to deal with anxiety, or how I dealt with my anxiety. So I had really bad anxiety. I've had it pretty much my whole life, but it got really bad in like year 10 and year 11, and I'm talking I could not go to any of my classes. Like at school, I couldn't like walk through the door to my classroom, I couldn't stay in my classroom, I had to sit outside. Like I couldn't go to any like shops by myself, I couldn't do anything by myself. Like even walking by myself, I was like so anxious. So obviously you cannot like recover from it overnight. It was a very like step-by-step thing. Like I would make like a somewhat improvement every day. That taking everything that step by step is so important, because you can really break it down. Like once you've broken down everything that is bothering you, you can then resolve it step by step, if that makes sense. Like what I did is I wrote down everything that was bothering me and everything that was potentially giving me anxiety, and then I kind of resolved it, and then I did end up going into my classes. And I know that does seem a bit like difficult, like oh it's fine, just stop, like if you're overthinking, stop overthinking. It's so much deeper than that. Like trust me, I could not do anything, but sometimes I have to get my mind around it. So if I was in a shop, right, and I saw someone else coming into the shop by themselves, or just like, you know, doing their shopping by themselves, I would not batter an eye. I would not be like, why are they by themselves? Like other people don't care. And I feel like for me, what I had to get over it is if I acted all confident and I didn't act like some kind of anxious wreck, then people will not believe that you are anxious and have anxiety. Like when I joined college, I put on this brave face and I was like, I'm gonna act all confident, and everyone genuinely thought I was this really confident person. No, I was literally shaking. I put on this face and I was just like, I'm confident now. And I know that is probably the hardest thing to do like ever, like trust me. Like even when I was talking, I was literally like, like fake it till you make it. Like if you believe that you are something, then other people will believe that you're it as well. Like I still have anxiety now. It's obviously not as bad because I've definitely worked from it, put all my thoughts into a journal. I just take one piece at a time, and every day is a step further. And I had this mindset that I wanted to improve myself and I wanted to improve my anxiety, and then it helped. That's why I constantly going on about having a good mindset and making the most of your life. And I kept saying, I was like, I cannot spend my life being anxious. I want to do things. I kind of gaslight myself into being confident. That makes no sense, I know. So the next one I think kind of links with the anxiety is how to deal with other people's opinions, which is what I struggle with the most, like really badly. Like if someone says they don't like, I get really upset even if I don't like them, like I'm constantly needing other people's approval. So this is like a good question for me. So people's opinions about you are mostly from rumors, what I found out, and that you need to learn that if someone has an opinion on you that you don't believe, then you have to block it out, because no one knows you like you. You are the person that spends 24 hours, 365 days a year with yourself. No one else does that. Your biggest haters are normally your biggest fans. And even if they're horrible, and this is like if you're on social media and people are hating on you, just think they're boosting your algorithm. Like some girl was commenting some like really, probably some nasty things on my post. But then she got my post like 2,000 views and I was like, thank you. I was like, you're really doing me a favor here. I constantly say this to other people, like it is your life. You do what you want to do because you only live once. You cannot spend your life living on other people's opinions. Okay, the next one, which I'm a professional one because I've dealt with a lot of toxic people in my days. How to get over a toxic guy or a guy who doesn't like you back. I'm sorry, stuff like that happens. It might work out for the end, but I say everything happens for a reason. You're definitely destined to find someone better than that, because I bet you had red flags. The best way for me is the out of sight, out of mind rule. Trust me, it helps so much. Obviously it's difficult if they're like go to your school, but you just got to block them out, trust me, because if you keep snapping them every day and you're still talking to them, even if he doesn't like you, that is going to kill you inside. Trust me, I've been there. You have to block them. Yes, it's sad. Yes, you might cry. I cried, as in from a previous experience, I cried, but then you forget about it in like 2 days and you'll probably remember like every month or something. You're like, oh, remember that guy that I blocked? Out of sight, out of mind. So the next one, I actually have made a video on this, so please go watch that video, is how to romanticize your life. I'm very big on romanticizing your life because obviously I spent so many years being anxious and like hating myself and insecure, but now I'm constantly like, I have to appreciate my life. And I just think that romanticizing your life is such a good way to put your life in a different perspective and have that good mindset. Like I feel like it's all about gratitude and appreciation, and it really helps me because sometimes I can be such a little pessimist and I can just hate everything, and then I have to just put my life into that different perspective. And I always think about the positives, which people have actually said that's a toxic trait about me. Apparently I think too positively. Yeah, life might be a bit of a weird one. No one really knows why we're here. That's why you've just got to make it worth it, you know what I mean? How to get confident in social media. So I've definitely struggled with being confident, like especially if it's like speaking in front of a crowd and stuff like that, or like putting my hand up especially. But my thought process is similar to the anxiety one. So just say there's a class of 30 doing presentations. So there's like 10 people that's already gone up and you've just sat there and listened. You haven't thought about it. To be honest, you're not really listening, and that's my thought process. If I go up there, I'm just another student in the classroom. No one really cares. No one's gonna go, oh, it's Lottie. Like they go, oh, okay, it's just another kid. Like I fully turn on, I'm like, right, I'm just gonna be an NPC. I'm just another person in the classroom just doing their presentation. It's no different, and that really helps me become confident. And like I'm just like everyone else. And this kind of goes with like self-love, confidence, and just basically about like insecurities in general. So you have not actually seen yourself without looking in a camera or a mirror. So everyone will see you in a different perspective. The insecurity that you might have, other people might not even notice. And I think that really goes into overthinking as well. Like if I have a spot on my cheek, I'm like, oh my god, sorry, ignore my spot. And then my sister's like, what spot? She's like, I didn't even notice it until you pointed it out, because you were constantly looking in a mirror. It zooms you in. It basically highlights all of your flaws that probably aren't even flaws, by the way. And if someone else had a spot on their face, you wouldn't even notice. And if you did, would you say something? No. Would you judge? No. It's a normal humanly thing, and you have to learn that no one cares. No one really cares. Okay, while I do my makeup, I am going to answer some Q&As. So I did ask some questions on my Instagram, so go follow that. And I've also just got a few random questions as well. So the first question is, what is it like posting on YouTube during high school and college? So high school and college are very different stories, so I'll quickly explain them. So high school, I started doing a YouTube channel in year 7, and I really stupidly promoted it. So as soon as we joined year 7, I was like, guys, go follow my YouTube channel. So obviously it's gonna be a bit like, oh my god, that's the girl of the YouTube channel, like what is she doing? And obviously I was in year 7, my videos were very cringe, and eventually kind of stopped, and I kind of started again in year 10 and 11, and I kind of kept it as like a little secret account. Like very few people knew, and then eventually obviously more and more people found out. It was kind of like a weak spot that you could like get me in. And literally if anyone does anything that they enjoy, they're like, oh, you have a YouTube channel, you can't talk. Or like they're like, oh, how's your YouTube? Like obviously it bothered me. Like I was kind of embarrassed to do it because people used to bring it up. And even today, people sometimes like try and like, they're like, oh, I love your YouTube. And I'm just like, thank you. You're boosting my algorithm, cheers. But college is a very different story because I do film at college, so it's very normal for people to be on the media. And even though I am probably the only person in my class who has a social media like that, nobody really cares. And I'm really fortunate that all my friends and my boyfriend and my family are really supportive. Like that's what you need to think about. Like if you do want to start social media, yeah, people have got something to say, because that's going to be your weak point, because people will always judge you on your journey there, and then as soon as you get there, they want to be your friend. So honestly, just push yourself through to where you want to be, and people will switch up. Because it happened to me, everyone was like, oh, your YouTube channel. And then I was actually doing like well for myself, and then they'll watch the videos and they go, oh, it's actually pretty good. I'm like, thanks. And that's not actually me just saying that. People have actually said that. They've tried to make fun of me, and then they watch my videos and they go, oh, it's actually not bad. So the next question is actually a cute question, is what are your long-term goals? And I think it's in the reference of influencing. So obviously I have wanted to be an influencer and a YouTuber since I was literally like, I would say 5, dead ass 5. Like it has always been my dream. I've been editing my whole life, and I'm actually doing something about it now. I'm actually putting in that effort because it will pay off one day. So the first thing I would love to do is get a brand deal. It's been my dream to work with literally any brand, obviously a brand that I like. Also, my neck is not this pale. What the hell is going on? Like my dream is just to be like, this video is sponsored by so and so, and promoting their product, because I love promoting product. Like I do it anyway without being sponsored. So obviously my next goal is to get the YouTube plaque, the 100k. The 100k on my wall is gonna look so cute one day. I think one of my goals that I've wanted to do for so long, which is like probably a long time ago once I've like gone more of a platform, fingers crossed, is to have a podcast. As you can tell, I can ramble on for a long time, and I feel like I could just talk about all these different topics, make it funny, make it cute, some of my friends on. Like I would love to do that, because we did podcasts in my college and it was so fun. I just really enjoy talking about a bunch of random things. This is what me and my boyfriend always talk about, like literally every single day, is a clothing brand. Like not much, a clothing brand, because I love fashion and so does he, and I've got such good thoughts about clothes. And to be honest, I have already been planning it out, so hopefully one day I'll be able to fund it and actually do it. Is advice if you want to be an influencer or YouTuber and how to grow. So obviously if you're watching this, I haven't got like tens of thousands of subscribers, but I'm doing well for myself at the moment, and I'm really happy and grateful. So my first word of advice is to start now, because you have no idea where your journey will take you. Like you need to get yourself into the algorithm. So if you were on TikTok, and if you wanted to grow on TikTok, I would recommend posting 3 times a day for a month and see where it gets you, because that's what I've done, and I've managed to literally get like 700 followers in like a month. Like you don't have to 100% know what you want to post. Like you don't need a niche. A lot of people talk about niches, but if you start in that niche and then like a few months later you decide that's not for you, it's hard to escape that niche. So I say just do a bunch of broad things. Like I do a bunch of stuff on my TikTok. I do get ready with me, I do like unboxings, I just do random vlogs. Like I don't really have a niche. I have kind of a lifestyle, but I don't have like a specific niche, because it's hard to get out of it, especially if you get bored of it or if it's not trending. And also you never know what will blow up and when you will blow up, because the video that got like 2.3 million views on my page, I posted that thinking I was going to private it the next morning because it didn't do very well, and it blew up, and it honestly changed my life, and I'm very happy that I posted it. So the next question is, what is your biggest regret to do with influencing? And I try and live my life with no regrets, because I say everything happens for a reason and stuff like that. But I would say my biggest regret is not trying to start influencing properly in lockdown. Like the people like Max Belegde and GK Barry, they all properly started influencing during that time, and that's when they blew up. And if I started it then, I probably would have been bigger than I am now. But I try to live life with no regrets, so I say I'm happy I'm doing it now. Better late than never. So the last question, which was really kindly answered, is how am I genuinely? Because I'm the type of person, if someone asks me how I am, my mind just goes, oh, I'm good, even if I'm bad. And if I'm being completely honest, I'm really good right now. Like, I'm doing so much better than I was before. Like, say me last year, I'm posting twice a week on YouTube, around 3 times a day on TikTok. I have a boyfriend, my sister's my best friend. I've got really good people around me. I get such lovely comments on my TikToks, and I'm so overall happy and grateful where I am right now. I'm balancing my life with gym, social, work, and even me compared to a month ago is doing so much better. Thank you so much for asking, and if you are watching this far, comment down below how you're doing as well. So I'm going to take out my hair rollers now. So all my hair is out right now. I just had this little roller. This is my hair and my makeup. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you made it this far, please comment and subscribe. I love you guys so much.